Reviewing your trading journal is one of the most important things you can do to become a consistently profitable trader. So in this video, I'm going to go through my past week and review my trades, why I took them, what I learned from them, and that way I know whether I should repeat that or to try not to make that mistake again. If you're new here, my name is VJ. I'm on the path to becoming a consistently profitable futures trader. And in these videos, I share my thought processes, my wins and losses, so that way you can piggyback off my experience and become a consistently profitable trader. If you want to follow me on this journey, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and let's jump into the review. Overall, it was a good week, and not just because I ended positively, it's because I followed a lot of my rules and I definitely made some mistakes, but they weren't as aggressive as the weeks prior. So let's start with Monday. Monday, when the markets opened, I was looking at the weekly bias and I was bullish for the week. And it was really cool to see that the market did close bullish at the end of the week. Price actually came down right into the sea of this wick and started going up, which is a good sign, which means we might be potentially bullish. There's a lot of liquidity here, liquidity up here, liquidity up here. So I'm having a bullish bias for the week. And then right now it is 2:20 on Friday, September 1st, and you can see price actually did take out this liquidity, and this liquidity that I mentioned at the beginning of the week. It was a big win mentally speaking because I predicted a price movement on the weekly based on some price action, and price delivered the way I thought it would. So that was huge. The second positive I had is I reduced my maximum daily loss from $500 a day to $300 a day. That way it gives me a little bit more wiggle room to stay alive longer until I am consistently profitable. Because what happens is that the week prior, I hit my maximum daily loss 3 times back to back, so I was down $1,500. If I had stopped at $300, I would have only been down $900, which would keep me in the game significantly longer. Something I'm proud about is that I clearly defined my trading criteria and I stuck with it. Mostly. Because of that, I didn't force my trades, and when I did force trades, I actually took very quick exits, lost a tick or two or broke even on the trade. So it was great that I was able to see, hey, I'm wrong, so let me just exit instead of let me just see what would happen. And I have had those thought patterns in the past. Okay, I put on a trade, let's just see what would happen, and I end up taking the loss on the trade, when in reality I should just know that, hey, I'm wrong, let's just get out. Okay, now the areas for me to improve on. Even though Monday was my winning day for the week, I made over $500 on Monday. That basically covered the rest of the week. I have 2 major areas that I need to improve on. The first one is I traded a strategy that was actually not something I even back tested. I was trying to trade a breakout strategy or a trend continuation strategy, which I personally just don't feel comfortable with. It's not a strategy that I've back tested, and yet I traded that. So that is something that I need to not trade because it's not part of my trading model. Second area for improvement is my targets. I was targeting a little bit higher than normal. It's because I guess I was optimistic that it would hit, but my trading model calls for taking the low-hanging fruit objectives, and I should only target those. And if I had done that, I would have made more money, but I was too aggressive, maybe too much greed, if that's what we want to call it. And because of that, I actually ended up breaking even on a couple trades when I should have actually closed at a profit. It's interesting because right after a good day, the next day I tend to lose money because of overconfidence or greed, and that's exactly what happened on Tuesday. But the positive is I did not actually even hit my maximum daily loss. I think I lost about $200 and my maximum daily loss is $300. So I decided to call it quits before I even hit that, and I'm proud of myself for just knowing, hey, I'm not in the flow of the market, let's just stop. And there were no opportunities for me to engage in, so I decided to just stop trading that day. I remember also looking at my trades, I kept trying to force trades, and then when I zoomed out, we were actually in a consolidation on the higher time frames. And because of that, I kept scratching trades because I wanted price to move further than it was actually willing to. And that's where I've lost a lot of money in the past, but after I noticed that, I stopped making trades for the day, which was a huge win. Wednesday was actually a good day. I almost hit my daily maximum loss, but before I hit that, I made my money back on one trade and I basically broke even on the day. Some of my positives, which I'm very proud of, is I tried my best not to force trades, especially because I didn't know where the bias was on the higher time frames. I didn't know where price wanted to go, and I chose not to force trades, and that actually helped me survive. And the trades I did enter into actually closed or canceled the order before my stop got hit, which was a good sign because I knew that I was wrong and I was able to save myself a few $100s. And the biggest thing that I think happened on Wednesday that I'm extremely proud about is I knew I was not in the flow of the market, especially my last trade. Even though it was a winner, it didn't matter for me. I just knew I wasn't in sync, and I told myself, this is my last trade, win or lose, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna be done for the day. It turned out to be a winner. Part of me wanted to go again round 2 and take another trade, but I told myself, hey, you're not gonna make any more trades, so I actually closed the screen and I decided to go for a walk. And that was a huge accomplishment for me because in the past, after I have a winning trade, I want to trade again and trade again. And usually there are subpar setups, and that's how I end up losing my money. So that was a huge takeaway from Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, it was NFP week. I chose not to trade Thursday. I did tape read. I tried to enter into some trades in the morning. There was nothing. Another trade that could have happened about 15 minutes before market close, and I just decided to go take a nap because I didn't want to be in that chop and that mess. So I decided not to trade. Same thing on Friday. It was NFP day. Looking at the markets, it was just only chop, and I did not want anything to do with it. So ICT says Thursday and Friday, just take off once a month. And because it's Labor Day on Monday, markets are just a lot slower today on Friday. So it's just a great day just to not trade, not look at the charts. And I'm proud of myself for not forcing trades, especially in these environments. Overall, this was a great week compared to the previous week. The previous week, I lost $1,500. This week, I was up about $300 to $400. So it was a step in the positive direction. I just need to work on making sure my maximum weekly losses are not that aggressive, and I need to increase my weekly wins so that way it offsets each other. But overall, I know I'm making progress in the right direction, and progress, not perfection. If you liked this video, I actually put together a playlist of my weekly reviews, and you could check it out right here where I talk about my thought processes, my wins and losses for the week, so that way you can make better trading decisions yourself.